You're about to make a trade. Which you do you listen to? Is it get optioning those options? Or let's do a little research. Learn more at finra.org/trade-smart.
My parents, they made us work for everything that we got. Gord's, he's my oldest brother. He got a brand new baseball mitt because he was the first one to play baseball. But guess what? No one else got a brand new baseball mitt because we were all using that baseball mitt and it was all getting passed down. So I was just saying with any equipment, we would just do hand-me-downs, even with clothes. The only thing that wasn't hand-me-downs was underwear and socks. We had to work for everything. It wasn't like anything was given. In the sporting world, nothing's given as well. You got to adjust on the fly. And I learned that as a kid.
Shawn French, what up? This one luck, I let the pain inspire me. I put my all in everything I'm doing. Up until it's done, I'm me for the entirety. I put it in overtime, I be working. Just know I'ma go for mine, cause I earned it. They watching, I know it's time. I confirmed it. A whole society determined to show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Determined Society. I'm your host, Shawn French, and today we're at a special venue for Advanced Solutions' second annual sales meeting. And I have a special guest today, four-time Super Bowl champion, five-time Pro Bowler, and a no-doubter, first ballot Hall of Fame, Rob Gronkowski. What's up, baby?
Wow, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
That was impressive. You just knew my accolades like that. It's not like I'm a pro that you're reading it off. It was just in back of your head. You remember that, I didn't even know. What was I? Four-time All-Pro, five-time Pro Bowler?
You were a five-time Pro Bowler, four-time first team, what's that called? All-Pro. Yeah.
Damn, that's impressive that you know that, man. That's doing your homework. That's what I'm talking about. You were determined right there.
Son of a gun.
That's being determined.
Dude, real quick, how's Ralphie?
Yes, Ralphie's doing real good. Yeah. I mean, that guy is determined to make sure I bring him for a walk in the morning, in the afternoon, and at nighttime as well. But he's just a French bulldog living his best life. He's got two wonderful parents. His mama loves him. I love him. Everyone that watches him loves him as well. He's got a great personality, and he's fit as heck.
He's jacked.
I mean, he is jacked for
the way he chases tennis balls around your mom's full.
He does sprints all day. It's pretty impressive. It's like that guy can recover better than anyone I've ever seen before in my life.
Did he do ice baths?
No, not really. He likes heat, though, so he'll go on a heating pass.
Good.
And then an hour later, he's recovered.
When did making plans get this complicated? It's time to streamline with WhatsApp, the secure messaging app that brings the whole group together. Use polls to settle dinner plans. Send event invites and pin messages so no one forgets Mom's 60th. And never miss a meme or milestone. All protected with end-to-end encryption. It's time for WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone. Learn more at whatsapp.com.
That's good.
Yeah, he is the man. Love him.
Well, he does have all parents. Camille's great.
Yeah.
And again, dude, just all jokes aside, it was really nice, over at your mom's breakfast. We did those omelets in the bag with the bowl. I've never done it like that before. And Camille was so kind, my daughter, and, they really vibed. And it was an awesome time, man.
Yeah, my mom, she's got all these traditional ways of cooking that you really never seen before. And she learned it from her parents way back in the day. And then she's brought it to our lives. So it was like you put like these eggs and all the sides that you want in your eggs as well. And you scramble them. You put them inside a bag and you seal off the bag, and you put that bag in boiling water, and it cooked the eggs and all the veggies and everything inside that bag. And then you just open the bag and boom, here came the scrambled eggs or an omelet just that was made inside the bag. And it's a really unique way, and no one's really ever seen it before, but it's very simple and basic, and she just brings it to a whole nother level by just adding that experience to breakfast. And
it was awesome. I've been there twice for breakfast. Both times amazing. Great food. But the one thing that I've noticed most about my interactions with Gordy, your mom, your brothers, and then you and everybody in your family is just you guys are all super kind and you're very well adjusted. And it's always great to see somebody that's done the amazing things that you've done on the football field and in your entrepreneurial journey, but then to be such a great person and have such great people behind you, that to me says everything about a human being.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, love and support to my whole entire family, because you weren't just recognizing myself there, you're recognizing my family. And that's just how we were brought up, My parents, they made us work for everything that we got. You know, they could have easily handed us anything, but they really made us work for it. For example, Gord's, you know, he's my oldest brother. He's 6 years older than me. And then, you know, he got a brand new baseball mitt because he was the first one to play baseball. But guess what? No one else got a brand new baseball mitt because we were all using that baseball mitt and it was all getting passed down. And that was the same with our hockey skates. That was the same with our hockey pants. That was just same with any equipment that you needed for whatever sporting event that you were playing in. And we would just do hand-me-downs, even with clothes. The only thing that wasn't hand-me-downs was underwear and socks, but which thankfully my parents bought us new underwear and socks.
That's good, man.
But I'm sure that we did.
There might have been
have some crossovers there.
Crossover with
no doubt, but we had to work for everything, you know. It wasn't like anything was given. In the sporting world, nothing's given as well. You got to adjust on the fly. To whatever's presented in front of your face, to whatever the opponent is bringing to the table. And every single week, you're going to face a new opponent. So you got to adjust your game. You got to adjust on the fly. And I learned that as a kid. And where I really learned how to adjust was just going versus my brothers. And also, you know, as a kid, and also going versus all my brother's friends. I mean, they had so many friends over on a daily basis. They're all 2 years older than me, 4 years older than me. And I had to adjust my skill set and adjust how I played versus, you know, they felt like grown-ups to me at the time because a 2-year, 4-year age difference when you're 6, 8, 10 years old is a tremendous age gap. And especially if you're competing in sports. So I had to, you know, that's why I really learned, you know, how to deal with situations in the athletic world.
Yeah. You know, I think what's interesting too is, you know, for the audience, I really want you to key in on this because, you know, you've had this illustrious career. You've built multiple businesses. Your brothers have had, you know, professional careers. In fact, two of your brothers also won Super Bowls. Gordy played professional baseball. Every single Gronkowski played a professional sport. But it didn't start there. In my opinion, when I look at, I peel the onion back, I look at your dad, and I look at your mom, and I look at your dad and how he built Gronk Fitness. And he taught you guys at an early age to build something from the ground up. And you guys understood that work ethic. I don't know if it translated early on when you guys were in your sports journey, but that had to have been a very positive influence on you guys.
Oh, tremendously. My dad and my mom as well. My mom made sure that everything was taken care of on outside of the athletic world, but really inside the athletic world, because she was making sure we had lunch. She was making sure we had that snack in between games. She was making sure we were on time to our practices, our games, and she was dealing with 5 kids at one time and making sure we got to every single practice on time, and that, you know, that we gave it our best effort as well at practices or whatever game that we were playing. And then my father, he introduced us to the weight room, and he told us at a young age, hey, if you want to make it to the next level, if you want to, you know, be one of the best out there out on the field, well, you got to hit the weight room and you got to build up your body and you got to be stronger and faster than the other kids out there. And how do you become stronger and faster than the other kids out there? Well, you got to earn it and you got to work at it. And it all starts here in the weight room. So my dad introduced us to the weight room, and my mom was our support staff, you know, like I said, fueling our bodies up and making sure we're getting to everywhere we needed to get to on time. And then the competition was right in front of my face, my brothers, on a any day basis. So, you know, it was built at a young age, and I contribute a lot of my success. I contribute a lot of my success, you know, to my childhood, especially with the mentality of the game of football. You got to be mentally tough to be able to take the beatings that you take out on the football field. And I was taking beatings since I was 2 years old, like no other. I mean, I was a troublemaker. So my brother that was 2 years older than me was always pounding on me. But Gord was 6 years older than me, so we really didn't have a crossover because that's just too big of a gap, like at that age. But Chris, 2 years older than me, and Dan, 4 years older than me. I always try to get under his nerves, and he always just came at me and beat the crap out of me and gave me like literally 5,000 Charlie horses throughout my childhood. So when I got to the NFL, those hits were like nothing because I was taking hits since I was 2 years old, 4 years old in the basement playing mini sticks or just fighting in the family room with our family. So that mentality started young, and then, you know, you got to contribute that to, you know, my parents and my brothers. Which, thank you guys. That was great. Thanks for pounding at me.
It's funny because, like, as you know, the audience is watching and listening, it's very simple to see what's really at play. Right? It's like a process, because you talked about your career. You talked about Coach Belichick and Brady and all the leaders that you played with. There was a process every single day. There was the greatness that was out there on the field, and you had to prepare for everything that you hadn't seen yet. It's like your parents were preparing you guys for that from an early age. So when you got to college and you got to the professional world, it's just second nature to you at that point.
Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't second nature like that. You know, in a way it was, but when you get to the NFL and the pro ranks, I mean, it amps up to a whole nother level because everyone in the NFL and in the pro leagues has that ability.
Yeah.
You know, they all have the same background. They all know how to adjust on the fly. They're all pros. They're all fast. They're all strong. Everyone's big in the NFL. I mean, I'm huge, and like I can stand next to someone else, and I could look like a tiny, running back. I would look like you standing next to me.
Exactly.
But if I stand next to someone else, I could look tiny, and I could also look huge standing next to a running back in the NFL. But everyone has a trait that makes them special in the league, and you just gotta, use that trait to the best of your ability and make it stand out as well. And mine, I would say, yes, like I said, I can make myself look small, but that's standing next to a lineman. But if I'm out there, going against linebackers or DBs or safeties, I'm still way bigger than everyone. That's my skill set that I use and that I learned as a kid. And it contributes going way back, to when my dad got me in the weight room saying, hey, if you want to dominate, if you want to be better than everyone, you got to, apply yourself in the weight room because then you can be stronger, bigger, and faster than everyone. And that life lesson there in 7th grade contributed all the way to the NFL because I was bigger, than basically everyone that I went against in the passing game. I wouldn't say faster, but I learned how to use my skills. I learned how to use my size and the strength to get open versus someone that was faster than me. So it goes all the way, it goes way back to, just being a young buck. It really does.
Yeah.
It establishes there big time.
It's really cool because you mentioned everybody has their own gift, right? That's what we were hinting at. Yours was your size, your athletic ability and things of that nature. And we live in a world of comparison now, right? And so if you could tell the audience and give them one piece of advice on to, find out who you are, truly who you are, whether you're in, we're here at a medical conference, right? If you're a medical company, if you're an athlete, but that one special thing for you, how to stay within that scope and not compare yourself to others.
Whoa, that is a great point. I mean, especially with social media, all the pictures and everything, everyone tries to compare to what's going on, to what you're seeing, on that Instagram picture or whatever they're saying out there on Twitter or X or whatever it is. And everyone's comparing themselves to that. But, that's really not the case, like how it shouldn't go about, It's good to see other people have success and everything, but to compare yourself and feel like you need to be to that standard, isn't truly appropriate. I mean, you got to find that will that you have. You got to find that trait that you have that stands out, that no one else has. And like you said, mine was being bigger than everyone and using my size, which I did. I mean, without my size, my skill set doesn't make sense then. Like it only makes sense because of my size. So I knew how to use my size to my ability. And Tom always said that too. Hey, you want to get open this guy? He's like, I'm not going to throw it to you if you're trying to be faster than the guy. He goes, I can tell you're trying to be faster than the guy. That doesn't work out. I won't throw you the ball because he's going to make an interception. He goes, but if you're using your skill set, you're using your body to get open, well, then guess what? The speed doesn't matter because then the guy can't get around you. But when I'm trying to outrun him, he's going to outrun me because I'm not using my body. He's like, just use your body. I'll throw you the ball every time. You're open every single play. So then therefore, I'm not comparing myself to the guy that's running a 4.4 anymore. Right. Because I was comparing myself. Oh, I wish I was running a 4.4. But really, I was never going to. But I was comparing myself to him because I wanted to be like that. But I truly found my own, special trait. And that's just my size, using the body. And everyone else, too, that's out there, no matter whatever job or business that you're doing, find that little special gift that you're given and apply it to the world and don't really compare yourself. I mean, it's good to, learn from other people, but you got to find that one thing within you that's special and apply it to life.
Love it, man. That's great.
I mean, I'm drinking these Coors Lights.
Coors Lights are good. I'm
on fire right now. I'm really thinking the Coors Light, cold as Rockies. What can I say?
It's the coldest. I want a phone call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so these are great.
You mentioned
they're making me feel like a genius, like Einstein right now. Robert Einstein. Yeah,
I love it. You're a freaking crack up, dude. Good Lord.
And I only had three quarters of
one. Yeah. And so, freaking A, man. Cracking up, dude.
That's what happens when you go sober for a little bit.
Yeah.
And Gordon went, no, with 3/4 of beer.
He'd
be like, give me 10 more.
Water. Give me 10 more. Yeah. It's like a breakfast for Gordy.
3/4, yeah. 3/4. I'm like,
it's like a protein shake.
I'm a genius.
Check his ice shaker.
That's why I only drink them when I work. You know? See? People think I party. I don't party. I only party when I work.
See?
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
We're working a lot.
Genius.
When you were talking about when Tom Brady said, hey, I can tell you're trying to be faster than everybody, was that more so your rookie year? Because I can remember, I think one of the first shows you did on your show, right, Dudes on Dudes, was you were talking about the things that Brady was saying, like, gotta get around that guy. I'm never going to throw you the freaking ball. Like, was that it? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it definitely applies to those situations, especially in my rookie year, because rookie year, I was 21 years old, and I think I knew it all and all that good stuff. And you're not really listening to anyone. Oh, I made it to the NFL. You're worried about other things, which is so stupid, to tell you the truth. As a rookie, you should really be just applying yourself to the game and your craft, and it would just make you that much better, which I was. But as a rookie, I was still kind of all over the place. But like truly didn't understand either. That's part of the process. Is when you're so young, it's like telling a kid, like your 8-year-old kid, like you tell them something 50 times, they just don't understand. That's where I was at, at 21 years old. I just didn't understand what exactly he wanted. And then as over time, that's why he was so great, because he was a consistent coach and was always on top of it. It wasn't like he said it one time and like I should have picked it up. He saw I wasn't catching on and would keep applying it to me. Hey, use your body. You're not going to outrun guys. Make sure you take this type of angle. Make sure you have this type of release on the outside or inside or whatever it is. And that's going to get you open, because you just don't have that speed. But you have other traits that will get you open. So then, after rookie year, it takes a couple times to get burnt to, get covered, have some bad plays, and then boom, you start picking it up and you start.
Those negative consequences stack up and you say, okay, that's what he's talking about.
Exactly.
That's kind of those losses that we talk about, those failures, right? It's like you have to have those along the way, because that's what makes the player. That's what makes the professional.
Right.
When it comes to what your family eats and drinks, your choices matter. You're the expert, because you know what fits your life. And getting it right starts with good information. That's why America's beverage companies are sharing more information about our ingredients at goodtoknowfacts.org. No spin, no judgments, just the facts straight from the experts for more than 140 beverage ingredients. Visit goodtoknowfacts.org.
It's interesting because when we look at rookies now, and I have a question. It's a burning question, because there's some reports that kind of came out. Like I saw like some posts about Travis Hunter demanding, like, I want to play both ways or I'm not playing football. What has social media and NIL done? And not just Travis Hunter, just in general, but like specifically, but in general. Because I feel like back in your heyday, you're like, hey, I'm going to go play football. I'm excited. Now it's like, I want X, Y, Z.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a whole different era, and you got to adjust to the era. So, I mean, it is what it is now. If you ask me, I would have never wanted to grow up in that era, definitely in college. I just got out of college where it was like the social media and cameras all over the place. And thank God, because I would have been torched.
I wouldn't be sitting here with you.
Everyone would have been torched. And you really think about it now, you're like, that kind of blows. Like everything's on camera now when you're in college. Like the superstars can't go anywhere. Like any NFL player, any college player that's pretty decent at a high program, you can't probably go to any party or anything and just live a normal life. And when you're that age, I'm thankful that I didn't really come onto the scene until like 22, 23 years old, 24 years old. Cause like I was way too young. I wouldn't have been able to handle situations, especially just thinking about it too, going out like at 18, 19 years old, you just want to live a normal life. Like, I don't want to be in the spotlight. Yeah. And I feel like I came in the spotlight at the right time in my life where I kind of knew how to handle it. Things were getting thrown my way. I was old enough now and mature enough now. But NIL, it's great. I think there needs to be a handle on it as well. This there's going to have to be like a salary cap or something.
Agree, man.
There's going to have to be an even playing field eventually.
Sure.
I feel like they're just dipping their toes in the water right now, and it's all getting, felt out, like, how it's all going to play out, in the next year or two. But I think there's going to have to be some more rules applied, especially to the transfer portal as well. I think it's
there's some weird shit
crazy
going on with that, man. Like the dude from Tennessee.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, I think it's good for the players. I just think it needs to be adjusted a little bit, which it will be because it's new and fresh. And once it gets adjusted and the rules start getting applied, like I think it would be good. It'd basically be like the minor leagues of the NFL.
Yeah.
And I mean, these kids are bringing in thousands and actually millions of dollars to these, universities. So yeah, I mean, pay them. I mean, Ohio State, they sell 110,000 tickets a game. Like, and the players were getting nothing before. I mean,
that's the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Because you have the merch, you have everything else.
Exactly.
I agree. I think, when NIL kind of came, we're like all excited about it. Like, but wait, what's going to happen with it? And now we're starting to see, in my opinion, the ugly part. And to what you're saying is like, hey, let's readjust this a little bit. It needs to be modified.
And there's a lot more ugly that's not really showcased. I mean, yeah, they showcase that guy got $5 million to transfer to this school. That guy just transferred and got this much and all that. But like, there's a lot of ugly underneath it as well. A lot of guys transferring. And once you transfer, you lose your scholarship.
Yeah.
To that school, unless if they give it back to you. They transfer and then boom, no one picks them up thinking, that they're ahead of the game or they're better than what they really are. And then they try to go back to the college and you're like, no, we're good now. They don't even have a scholarship anymore. So, it's a two-way street and that's the ugliness about it too. So just make sure you're in the right situation if you are going to enter that portal and you are going to transfer.
That's good advice for the college athletes because like on the show, right, in the Determined Society, we like to give real life examples of things that are going on, right, and how people can get better in their life. And it's funny because I look at what happened to the Tennessee quarterback. Like, there's some stuff going on right now that he's not getting what he had at Tennessee.
I'm not really sure what's going on in that situation. I just saw like a headline.
Yeah.
Not too familiar with it, so I don't want to go in depth about it.
Sure.
But I really can't comment on it because I just saw a headline like the Tennessee quarterback is not the quarterback of Tennessee anymore.
Yeah.
And that's all I really know. I have no clue why. I have no clue what the background, the history is and all that. But, so can't really go too far into that when you don't know the details. So I might have to look into that one.
Look into it. I don't know the full details either, other than the fact that, like he had a certain amount, he left for more and he's not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the bigger SEC schools aren't contacting him. It's the schools like UCLA and he's like, whoa, wait a second. Right. So anyway, as you transition from your career, right. I played baseball at LSU. I didn't go quite as far as obviously as you did, but that was a big part of my identity. And one of the biggest things I've noticed with you and your whole family is you guys transition really well to the next part of life. How, but on the inside though, right? How was it when you transitioned from, Rob Gronkowski, the football player, to entrepreneur and Fox analyst?
Well, I'm in a different situation than a lot of players. I was already doing a lot of things while I was playing too, and a lot of things were just coming to me. Mm-hmm. So like, it made that transition process a lot easier. Like I was already shooting commercials while I was playing. And I always like to do all that in the off season, just to make sure it wasn't a distraction while you're playing in season. Cause you truly need your full, focus on the football, on the game of football when you're playing in season.
Right.
But off season, I was doing appearances already, commercials, all that good stuff. So when football was over, I kind of already got the gist of what to do.
Yeah.
So things were coming to me naturally still, and they knew to call me because I knew how to handle those situations, what to do on set, and what to do outside of football on a stage, So that was just through the process of growing. And I was fortunate enough to be able to do that while playing and also get the opportunities after football too. Because a lot of players, we were athletes our whole entire lives.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, 30 years after, you're 30 years old, you've been playing sports for 25 years old, since you're 5 years old. So you're playing for 25 years and boom, you're just cut off and it's gone and you have no clue what to do.
Yeah.
And there's no opportunities coming your way, nothing like that. And it can be a tough situation. It can be dark. And there's a lot of growing pains. I mean, I even went through growing pains, even though things were coming to me just naturally and coming to me like crazy, and opportunities were coming. But, you just miss that competitiveness.
Yeah.
That's what you truly miss as an athlete.
And the guys, man.
The guys as well. The guys, being around the guys, just having that locker room talk and just competing on a daily basis at that high of a level, mentally and physically, you just can't get that drive, and you just got to find ways, to get that feeling, after the game of football.
Do you find opening new businesses, like you recently opened Green Lane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you find like when you open new things like that, it's a new challenge and you get that kind of, does a little bit of a feeling come out through that?
It really does, because it takes a team to, accomplish a mission, to accomplish success. And we have a great team around us with Green Lane. And why I love it so much is that, it fits the mold of myself too. It's a quick service restaurant, and it's just a drive-through restaurant only as well. It's not, what do you call that when it's not a restaurant? It's not a restaurant.
It's a drive-through.
It's a drive-through.
Right.
It's a drive-through. And you get wraps and salads for under $10.
Dude, it's healthy stuff. Right?
And it's healthy, and it fits my mold. I love being healthy. I love working out still, love being active. And you got to fuel your body with the right nutrition in order to keep going on a daily basis. And Green Lane offers that. It really does. And just to be a part of it, and just to see Green Lane grow, it makes you feel accomplished, and it makes you want to keep going. It gives you something to look forward to as well. And it's just that drive, that passion for something. And just to have that team around us too, that created the concept of Green Lane, and to have me come in and just to help build it, especially in the city where I won a Super Bowl in Tampa. It's fun. And every time we open up a new store, you thrive off of it.
It's sick, man. Like, I want to touch on that, because, you left New England, right? After much success. Then you go to Tampa, you do it, Brady. You guys do it again. How cool is that moment? Because to do it in a dynasty, that's one thing, right? But going to a completely different organization, year one, blocking it down.
It was nuts that happened and occurred. In order to come out of retirement too, every situation just had to be right, and everything checked out. It really did. I love Florida. I always vacation there. Mm-hmm. My mom lived 2 hours away in Fort Myers, so she got to come to every single game. The organization as well wanted me. Yes, Tom wanted me to go down there, but the Tampa Bay organization wanted me as well. When I made that phone call over there, or my agent made that phone call, and they're like, yes, Gronk, we'll take you on as well. Let's get this trade to happen. I was like, oh, this is great. Like, it's not just Tom, it's the organization. So it felt warming to me to go down there. And also I was ready to play football again. I felt like I had a little bit left in the tank, and that was what was most important, is feeling like you had a little bit left in the tank. And so everything, checked out. The situation was right. And then just to go down there, I thought success would just be making the playoffs, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They haven't made the playoffs in 12 years. And just to be a piece of it, just to take them to the next level, was a thrill, was just an honor. And then we ended up winning the Super Bowl, which was just
fucking wild,
miraculous.
Yes,
it really was. It was just a change of events for the whole entire city. And it was just awesome. I wouldn't say that, it was my best Super Bowl, like as in ranking them. Yeah. Because the very first one was definitely by far the best one when we beat the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah. Because it was one of the best games, and it was, my first Super Bowl one. But that one was up there with it. And just to go to a whole new program, not dominate, but to make a nice impact, on the field, off the field, and in the community, and win a Super Bowl. Man, it couldn't have been any better. It's a win. Big win, and another ring.
Yeah,
it.
Exactly. Add it to the showcase.
Let's do it.
I want to be respectful of your time. I want to ask you one more question.
Let's do it.
The show is called The Determined Society. So what does true determination mean to you?
Oh, man. True determination. Depending on, what your goals are, depending on, what you're trying to accomplish. Determination, though, I would say, just as a whole, the easy concept in my mind that's going off is getting the job done, determining that you're going to get the job done too, and being there for your teammates, and doing the best that you can on a daily basis, and making that mindset, known before, anything can be even accomplished. You got to determine that you're going to get it done. And if that's not in your mind, then nothing's going to, flourish at all. So make sure and that you have that will to want it. And once you have that will and that determination to want it, you can go and get it. And that's how determination kind of flourishes, I feel like.
Love it. You said it best, man. Ladies and gentlemen, please go share this episode with someone that you know, love, and trust. Let us know what you loved about it. Listen to it over and over again. There was a lot of amazing things that Gronk mentioned in this episode that you can use to get better every single day in your craft. And until next time, stay determined.
Shawn French, what up? This one luck, I let the pain inspire me. I put my all in everything I'm doing. Up until it's done, I'm me for the entirety. I put it in overtime, I be working. Just know I'ma go for mine, cause I earned it. They watching, I know it's time. I confirmed it. A whole society determined to
Rinse takes your laundry and hand delivers it to your door, expertly cleaned and folded. So you could take the time once spent folding and sorting and waiting to finally pursue a whole new version of you. Like Tea Time You. Or this Tea Time You. Or even this Tea Time You.
So did you hear about Dave?
Or even Tea Time You.
So update on Dave.
It's up to you. We'll take the laundry. Rinse. It's time to be great.